Hello everyone. So today for this video we're gonna be discussing the derivation of the radius of an atom. Alright. First of all, let us see that hydrogen atom was discovered by Neil Bohr. We know that Neil Bohr is a scientist and he discovered, yes, oh my god, I don't know what the heck is that. It's okay. So Neil Bohr did the discovery of hydrogen atom. So that we're gonna discuss. Alright, it doesn't look good. Let's just do it. For example, I'm gonna give you a quick, by understanding by a figure, we're gonna start. Example, that's our nucleus and it has positive charge. Here we have electron. All right, so this positive charge must have any atomic number or any electron. So you're gonna replace, name that, represent that electron as E, and we know that the atomic number is represented with Z. Alright, so this term is known as Ze. Of course, the distance between the nucleus and the electron must have the distance, and that distance would be denoted with R. Alright, so we know that here is a charge and here is a charge. So when we calculate the charge forces, we use Coulomb's law formula. Alright, so that we're gonna use here, and that is F is directly proportional to Q1 Q2 over R square. Alright, so if we remove the proportionality sign, then we add is equal to and K. Alright, and here for the charges of the electron, charges for calculating the radius, we have K as the value, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Alright, I'm sorry, let's just do a little bit correction. It's not epsilon, but it's not pi, R square. Alright, so now what you're gonna see, we have F is equal to K E and ZE, because E was a charge in this diagram and ZE was a charge in this diagram, that was divided by R square. So sum of that would be ZE square upon R square. So for this K value, now we're gonna write the actual value of K. Alright, I'm gonna write the actual value of K, and that is F is equal to ZE square upon F4 pi epsilon naught R square. I'm really sorry, here pi would be coming instead of R square. I was a little bit confused, but I've confirmed it. Pi. Alright, so here this is our now equation number 1. Alright, this is our equation 1. Now we're gonna do, on the other hand, we're gonna do equation number 2. Alright, now as we know that electron moves in a circular path due to what? Why? Can you please answer, why does electron move and how does it move? How? Let me just tell you. Like, see, here we know that And over here we have centripetal force that keeps electron inside. Alright, that keeps electron inside. L centripetal force act inside, and we have centrifugal force that also acts on this electron that keeps the electron out. So when these two forces are equal, the electron revolves around the circular path. Alright, so electron moves in a circular path. Now we're gonna see. Alright, due to what? Due to the centripetal force. Ab now we're gonna write the formula of the centripetal force. That is F is equal to mv square upon r. Alright, here we're just gonna do the derivation. It's like simple mathematics, sorry. Adding, that is equation number 2. Right, now add equation 1 and equation 2. So how are we gonna add that? Alright, we're just gonna add simply mv square upon r, that is equation 2, and ze square upon 4 epsilon naught r square. Alright, I'm just very bad at writing this too. Alright, so now we're gonna see the value that we can cut. Alright, r cut with 1 r, and there are 3 r's. So when 2 minus 1, that would be 1 would be remaining. Alright, now v square, m would be going, 1 would be shifted here. Alright, z square upon 4 pi epsilon naught rm, and this is what? This is our new equation, that is equation number 2. Alright, people, now what are we gonna solve? We're gonna move towards another side, and that is the angular momentum of electron. Okay, so now let's just calculate that. I'm gonna choose another color, blue. Alright, so we have the constant formula to calculate the angular momentum of electron, and that is mvr is equal to nh upon 2 pi. Alright, so v is equal to, can I write this? Yes, of course, just I'm switching the places to get the r value. So I'm taking a square on both sides. I'm taking a square on both sides. Square on bs means both sides. So it would be v square is equal to n square h square and 2 square pi square m square and r square. Alright, let's just do the remaining over here. Alright, so putting the value of v square in equation number 3 that we have just tried. So n square h square upon 4, 2 2s are 4, 2 square we did, m square and r square, that is equal to z square upon 4 pi epsilon naught rm. Let's just cut the values. right? We're gonna cut. I love to put the values. 4 pi, sorry, epsilon naught नहीं कटेगा. It would be epsilon naught and m r. All right. So what we have remaining, n square, h square, pi, 1 pi is remaining, mr, z square, we have epsilon naught. All right. So अब हम what do? R को we're gonna put it aside because we want R. N square, h square, pi m, then z square. This is a simple calculation. N epsilon naught. I'll tell you the value of epsilon naught as well. Then R is equal to epsilon naught n square, h square, and z square pi m. All right. I know that is gonna be a bit lengthy, but believe me, this is gonna help a lot. Alright, I'm gonna write here. Then R is equal to epsilon naught n square h square upon z square pi m. That was our last statement. Then we're gonna put aside of the constant value. We have the constant value of epsilon naught, Planck constant h, ze depend on every element. हर element का atomic number is different and her number of electron our element ka is different, so we don't put this in the constant wala side. Then we have pi value is constant, mass is also constant, so epsilon naught n square h square z oops n square n is gonna be the constant. Epsilon naught h square, I'll write the value of h square as well. Alright, e square and n, so n square and z. We have the constant value for this equation, and that is 0.2. Finally we got the answer, 0.529 n square z and a naught. This is the final radius. Alright, that's the radius. Okay, so the value of Planck constant square is h square की value है 6.68 into 10 to the power 36, and we have the value of permittivity means this is 8.8 into 10 to the power 11. Yes, if I'm not wrong. Can you check that if I'm not wrong? और ये होता है permittivity का मतलब होता है फ्री स्पेस के अंदर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हेयर वी हैव चार्ज 1 एंड चार्ज 2, उनको मिलाने की क्वांटिटी दैट इज़ नोन एज द परमिटिविटी. आई होप दैट इज़ क्लियर. गुड बाय.